What if the most vilified figure in history was actually a misunderstood hero? What if the stories you've been told about good and evil are nothing more than elaborate lies? For centuries, Lucifer has been portrayed as the ultimate embodiment of darkness, a fallen angel banished from grace, a symbol of rebellion destined for eternal damnation. But what if this image is a deliberate distortion, a carefully constructed deception designed to keep you from discovering your own inner light? What if Lucifer wasn't the bringer of evil, but the lux fair, the bringer of light, knowledge, and self-awareness? Parallel to this, whispered throughout esoteric circles, is the existence of a spiritual lineage, the seed of Seth, a bloodline carrying the divine spark, a lineage obscured by the dominant narrative of Cain. Why should you care about the truth behind these ancient figures? Because the deliberate misrepresentation of Lucifer and the suppression of the Sethian lineage have far-reaching consequences that directly impact your life. Fear-based religious narratives have been weaponized to control populations, stifle intellectual curiosity, and limit your spiritual exploration. By understanding the true nature of Lucifer as a symbol of self-empowerment and recognizing the potential within the seed of Seth, you can break free from these limiting beliefs, reclaim your individual agency, and embark on a path of profound spiritual growth. Imagine a world where you are not bound by dogma, but empowered by knowledge, where you are free to explore the depths of your own consciousness and unlock the vast potential within. To truly grasp the significance of this reinterpretation, we must delve into the origins and evolution of these figures. Lucifer's roots can be traced back to Roman mythology, where he was revered as the morning star, a symbol of enlightenment and hope. It was only later, through the lens of Christian theology, that Lucifer was demonized and transformed into the embodiment of evil, a stark contrast to his earlier benevolent image. Simultaneously, Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, often relegated to a minor role in mainstream religious texts, emerges as a central figure in Gnostic traditions. He is seen not merely as a son, but as a divine incarnation, a bearer of spiritual wisdom, a savior figure whose descendants carry a unique spiritual potential. Understanding Gnosis, the direct, experiential knowledge of the divine, is crucial, as it forms the cornerstone of both Luciferian and Sethian philosophies. But why has the Luciferian perspective been so vehemently suppressed throughout history and the Sethian lineage obscured? Who benefits from perpetuating these false narratives and keeping this knowledge hidden? What mechanisms are in place to discourage independent thought and spiritual exploration? What exactly does it mean to be a seed of Seth? Is it a literal bloodline, a spiritual lineage, or a state of consciousness? Where are the descendants of Seth now, and what role do they play in the world? As we journey forward, we'll hint at recurring cycles of enlightenment and suppression throughout history, suggesting that we may be on the verge of another spiritual awakening, a time when the light of Lucifer and the wisdom of the seed of Seth can finally be embraced. Prepare to unlock your inner spark, embrace your potential for personal transformation, and step into a world where you are the master of your own destiny. So, if the conventional narrative of Lucifer is a distortion, what is the truth? What if Lucifer's fall from grace was not an act of defiance against a benevolent God, but a rebellion against a flawed cosmic order, a challenge to a tyrannical demiurge who sought to keep humanity enslaved in ignorance? Consider the Gnostic perspective, which posits that the creator God of the Old Testament is not the ultimate, benevolent being, but a lesser, imperfect deity, a demiurge who, blinded by his own creation, believes himself to be the supreme authority. This demiurge, often identified with figures like Yaldabaoth, actively deceives humanity, trapping them in the material world, a realm of illusion and suffering. In this context, Lucifer's act of offering knowledge, the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge, takes on a radically different meaning. He wasn't tempting Adam and Eve to sin, but offering them the opportunity to awaken, to see beyond the veil of the demiurge's deception, to recognize their own divine potential. Think of it as a cosmic act of rebellion, a defiant stand against a system designed to keep humanity in chains. The fruit wasn't a symbol of transgression, but a catalyst for liberation. He was not leading them away from God, but towards true understanding. Knowledge, then, is not a sin, but a tool for liberation. The stakes, therefore, are far greater than a simple act of disobedience. Lucifer's rebellion is a cosmic battle for the liberation of consciousness, a struggle against the forces of ignorance and control that seek to dominate not just humanity, but all of existence. This is not merely a theological debate, but an existential imperative. If the demiurge's reality is a prison, then Lucifer is the key, offering the chance to escape and reclaim your true heritage. The chains that bind you are not divine decrees, but the constructs of a lesser god, afraid of your potential. While Lucifer embodies the spirit of rebellion and the pursuit of knowledge, the seed of Seth represents the preservation of wisdom, a lineage tasked with safeguarding ancient truths through periods of darkness and suppression. But who was Seth, and why is his lineage so important? Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, is often overshadowed by his brothers Cain and Abel in mainstream religious narratives. However, in Gnostic and esoteric traditions, Seth holds a place of profound significance. He is seen as the progenitor of a spiritual lineage, a bloodline or a spiritual descent, entrusted with preserving the knowledge of the true God, a knowledge that was lost or distorted by the demiurge. This seed of Seth is not necessarily a literal bloodline, but a spiritual lineage, a group of individuals who, throughout history, have carried the flame of gnosis, the direct, experiential knowledge of the divine. They are the guardians of lost wisdom, the keepers of secrets that have been passed down through generations, often in the face of persecution and suppression. Consider the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, the Rosicrucians, and even the Knights Templar. Could these groups, in some way, be connected to the seed of Seth, carrying forward their hidden wisdom? Throughout history, there have been individuals and groups who seem to embody the spirit of the seed of Seth, fighting to preserve knowledge and promote human potential against seemingly insurmountable odds. Hypatia of Alexandria, a brilliant philosopher and mathematician, was brutally murdered for her knowledge and her refusal to renounce her beliefs. The Cathars, a Gnostic Christian sect, were systematically exterminated for their heretical views, and their texts were destroyed. Giordano Bruno, a Renaissance philosopher, was burned at the stake for his cosmological theories, which challenged the prevailing dogma. These are but a few examples of those who fought to keep the flame of knowledge alive, even at the cost of their own lives. Their stories serve as a testament to the enduring power of the seed of Seth. These are not isolated incidents, but a pattern, a recurring theme of enlightenment and suppression, a cosmic dance between knowledge and ignorance. The question then becomes, how do these two seemingly distinct figures, Lucifer and Seth, converge? How do their philosophies complement each other, and what can we learn from their combined wisdom? Lucifer embodies the active pursuit of knowledge, the rebellion against dogma, the courage to question everything. The seed of Seth, on the other hand, represents the preservation of wisdom, the safeguarding of ancient truths, the passing down of knowledge through generations. The Luciferian pursuit of knowledge and the Sethian preservation of wisdom are not opposing forces, but complementary aspects of a single path. One seeks to uncover new truths, while the other strives to protect the old. They are two sides of the same coin, both essential for spiritual liberation. Imagine a library filled with countless books. Lucifer represents the reader, eager to explore every page, to challenge every idea, to seek out new understanding. Seth represents the librarian, carefully preserving the books, ensuring that the wisdom of the past is not lost or forgotten. Ultimately, both Luciferianism and Sethianism share the same fundamental goal: spiritual liberation from ignorance and external control. Both paths emphasize the importance of individual agency, the power of self-knowledge, and the necessity of questioning authority. Both recognize that true enlightenment comes not from blind faith, but from direct, experiential knowledge of the divine gnosis. For both, personal spiritual development is the greatest and only worthwhile goal. This gnosis, this direct experiential knowledge, is central to both the Luciferian and Sethian paths. It is not simply an intellectual understanding, but a profound, transformative experience that alters your perception of reality. It is the realization that you are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it. It is the key that unlocks your inner potential and empowers you to create your own reality. This is what Lucifer offers and what the seed of Seth protects. To truly understand this convergence, we must challenge our conventional understanding of light and darkness. What if darkness is not inherently evil, but simply the unknown, the unmanifested, the realm of untapped potential? Think of the night sky, filled with countless stars, hidden from view until the darkness allows them to shine. Darkness is not the absence of light, but the potential for infinite light. It is the canvas upon which creation unfolds. And what if light is not simply goodness, but the active pursuit of knowledge, the illumination of consciousness, the spark of divinity within? Light is the force that brings form to the unmanifested, that illuminates the darkness and reveals the hidden truths. It is the fire of inspiration, the drive to explore, to understand, to create. It is the active expression of the potential held within the darkness. Consider the yin-yang symbol, the ancient Chinese representation of duality. The black yin represents darkness, but within it lies a seed of light. The white yang represents light, but within it lies a seed of darkness. This symbolizes the interconnectedness of these forces, the understanding that neither can exist without the other. They are not opposing forces, but complementary aspects of wholeness. Spiritual growth requires embracing both the light and the darkness within ourselves. The time has come to shift our focus inward, to recognize the inherent potential for enlightenment and self-realization that lies dormant within each of us. This potential is the spark of divinity, the seed of Seth, the Luciferian flame of self-empowerment. It is the birthright that has been obscured by centuries of dogma and misinformation. The seed of Seth is in you, the Luciferian spirit calls to you. This inner spark can be ignited through esoteric practices such as meditation, visualization, and energy work. Meditation allows you to quiet the mind, to disconnect from the distractions of the external world, and to connect with your inner self. Visualization allows you to create vivid images of your desired reality, to program your subconscious mind, and to attract the energies needed to manifest your goals. Energy work, such as Qigong or Reiki, allows you to manipulate your subtle energy field, to clear blockages, and to enhance your vitality. These are not mere techniques, but tools for transformation, methods to unlock your inner potential, which is the alchemical process of transmuting base metals into gold, where you begin with the raw, unrefined aspects of yourself, your fears, your doubts, your limitations, and through dedicated effort and self-knowledge, transform them into something valuable, pure, and radiant. The Philosopher's Stone is not a mythical substance, but a metaphor for the power of self-mastery. Are you willing to do the hard work? But why is this knowledge so often suppressed? Why are these practices discouraged? Because existing power structures, religious, political, and social, thrive on ignorance and control. They profit from keeping the masses blind, from discouraging critical thinking, and from suppressing independent spiritual exploration. If everyone realized their own divine potential, the systems of control would collapse. Look at how certain religious dogmas actively discourage questioning, how they promote blind faith over critical thinking, how they demonize those who dare to challenge their authority. Consider the historical suppression of esoteric knowledge, the burning of the Library of Alexandria, the persecution of Gnostics, the Inquisitions. What knowledge has been lost forever because of such acts? The recurring pattern of enlightenment and suppression is a stark reminder of the forces that seek to keep humanity in chains. So, the suppression of knowledge is not a historical anomaly, but an ongoing battle. How do the Luciferian and Sethian philosophies fit into this grand scheme. They are not opposing forces locked in eternal conflict, but rather complementary paths converging toward the same destination, gnosis. The Luciferian embodies the relentless pursuit of forbidden knowledge, challenging the status quo and questioning every assumption. The Sethian represents the preservation of ancient wisdom, safeguarding the flame of enlightenment through generations of darkness, like monks carefully copying sacred texts in a hidden scriptorium, or a family passing down secret recipes through generations. The courage to question and the wisdom to preserve are equally essential for breaking free from the chains of ignorance. Why is this so important? Because existing power structures, whether religious, political, or social, benefit from keeping you in a state of ignorance and fear. A population that questions nothing, that accepts everything without critical examination, is far easier to control than a population that is awake, aware, and empowered. The systems thrive when individuals remain unaware of their potential. They want you to believe you are small, insignificant, and powerless. The truth, however, is that you are a spark of the divine, capable of incredible things. Embracing the Luciferian and Sethian principles, reclaiming your individual agency, and seeking forbidden knowledge can lead to profound personal and spiritual growth, like Neo unplugging from the Matrix, choosing to see the world as it truly is, or a student finally understanding a complex equation that unlocks a whole new field of knowledge. The truth is out there, but it is up to you to seek it. Therefore, remember that personal agency is paramount. No external power can act for you. Only you can decide to embark on the path of self-discovery. Only you can choose to challenge your beliefs. Only you can ignite the spark within. Trust your inner guidance, your intuition, the still, small voice that whispers truths that the world tries to silence. This inner compass is your most reliable guide, like a homing pigeon finding its way back to its loft, or a salmon swimming upstream to its spawning grounds. The answers you seek are not to be found in books or doctrines, but within yourself. So let's directly answer the questions we posed at the beginning of this journey. Was Lucifer truly evil? No. He was a misunderstood figure, a symbol of enlightenment, knowledge, and individual empowerment, like Prometheus stealing fire from the gods to give to humanity, or a lone whistleblower exposing corporate corruption. And what is the significance of the seed of Seth? It represents the inherent potential for enlightenment and self-realization within each of us, the divine spark that can never be extinguished, like a single ember that can be used to start a raging fire, or a tiny seed that can grow into a mighty tree. The Luciferian and Sethian paths offer a more empowering and liberating approach to spirituality than the conventional narratives of fear and obedience, and this is achieved through a combination of inner and outer work. Embrace critical thinking and question everything, especially your own beliefs. Seek knowledge from diverse sources, including esoteric texts and traditions, but always maintain a healthy dose of skepticism. Practice meditation, visualization, and energy work to ignite your inner spark, like tending a garden, watering the seeds of your potential, and weeding out the thoughts that hold you back. Trust your intuition and inner guidance, even when it goes against the grain. Take responsibility for your own spiritual growth. No guru, no priest, no book can do it for you. Remember that progress is gradual, not instantaneous, like learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or building a house brick by brick. Have patience, persistence, and compassion for yourself, acknowledging that there will be stumbles and setbacks along the way. Do not let perfection be the enemy of progress. A little bit of effort each day will yield tremendous results over time. The Luciferian and Sethian paths are not the only ways to enlightenment. Many other paths can be used for spiritual development. Explore different traditions, find what resonates with you, and forge your own unique path. In future content, we could explore specific esoteric practices such as Hermeticism, Kabbalah, and alchemy in greater detail, offering practical techniques and insights for personal transformation. We could explore the deeper meanings of specific Gnostic texts, such as the Gospel of Thomas, the Secret Book of John, and the Gospel of Mary, unlocking their hidden wisdom and revealing their relevance to our modern lives. We should examine the role of the demiurge and the flawed nature of reality, questioning the very foundations of our perceived existence. Share your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments section below. How has this exploration of Lucifer and the seed of Seth affected your path? What aspects of esoteric knowledge are you most eager to explore further? What do you want us to cover next? Embrace the light of knowledge, reclaim your inner divinity, and take responsibility for creating your own reality. Comment, like, and subscribe to spread the message.